we're pleased to be joined now by Brewers general manager Doug Melvin, who is busy this time of year. It's fun for fans. Is it fun for you?
Yeah, I enjoy it. It gives an opportunity. You have all your scouts, your main scouts in. Dick Roach, our pro director's in town. Bruce Sides in here. You know, and Gordon, Zach Manassi, we all sit down and you make phone calls to clubs, and we have a good time with it, and you get a chance to review all the other clubs' rosters at this time.
It's been kind of quiet all around baseball. There have been a couple of deals, but not a whole lot going on. How much is available out there right now?
Yeah, not a whole lot right now. There's, you know, everybody. It's a funny year because there's a number of teams that are looking as much for offense as they are pitching. And like I said, that some of the teams that are in the race, they're in the race because they have pitching. And the teams that aren't in the race they're not in the race because they don't have pitching. So, so you sort of get caught and have to try to see which club is interested in making a move. And one of the other things come into play. When general manager just talked to me about a half hour ago, and he's got someone he's trying to move, and he said no one can take any money on. So that's a little different than some other past seasons too.
A little flair. Lopez will make the play here for out number one. Well, let's talk about Roy Halladay. It was interesting that J.P. Ricciardi put the date on the deadline, the early deadline of the 28th, which is today. I mean, have you seen that before? Your thoughts on that and that whole situation as it plays out?
Yeah, I think when you have a player that has a total no trade clause, you do have to put a deadline at least 2 or 3 days. I probably would even put it up sooner, 2 or 3 days, because a lot goes into it. The player has to talk to his families, has to talk to the agent, has to really make sure he wants to go to the team that he's been traded to. There's usually a negotiation in a no trade. A guy with a total no trade, there's usually a negotiation from the union standpoint. They have to get something back in that. So there's a lot of activity and things that have to be answered prior to the deadline. So having it 2 or 3 days before the deadline is probably a good thing.
Plus, what all they're asking, you better be sure that that guy is going to make a big difference and get you to the postseason, because it appears that Toronto and other teams that have pitchers that are caliber of a Halladay, they're asking the world for these guys.
Yeah, again, the value of pitching is very high. The thing with Roy Halladay versus Sabathia from last year, or even a Matt Holliday this year, is you have them for next year also. Mm-hmm. And then you got to exchange medical information. You got a doctor talk to their doctor, exchange, the medical files and that. So there's a lot goes into it. It's not a matter of me passing over the phone and say we have a deal and that. There's a lot that has to get done beforehand.